Welcome to the 13th Annual Bridges to the World International Film Festival. Tonight's film is the last in the series. World Artist Experience's vision is to bridge people and cultures across our world. If you would like to receive emails, volunteer, or more information about the organization, please be in touch by email, wae@comcast.net, or refer to our website, worldartist.org. Tonight's film will be made available on YouTube. After the conclusion of introductions to the film, the link to the film will be posted in the chat box. The chat box is located on the control bar of your Zoom platform, which would be at the top or the bottom of your Zoom window. Please leave your Zoom window open and in the background while you screen the film. We will return to the Zoom webinar after the screening for questions and answers. If you have any questions regarding technical support, please communicate by using the chat feature. We will return for Q&A. Please use the Q&A function to submit any questions for our panelists, when the director will be present to join us for that. Dr. Greg Falla, a film scholar and Associate Dean of the College of Fine Arts at Towson University, will lead the question and answer discussion during that time. Since 2004, World Artist Experiences has partnered with the Embassy of the Arab Republic of Egypt. With the Embassy of Egypt, we have presented two other films and now the film, The Citizen. We are so honored to have a wonderful friend of World Artist Experiences for many years join us this evening, Dr. Mohammed Hamza. Professor Hamza received his Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degree from Al-Shama University, his PhD from the University of Surrey, the United Kingdom, and was a professor at Al-Shama University. Professor Hamza worked as the Egyptian Cultural Attaché in the United States from 2005 to 2009, and then was appointed as a chairman of the Missions Administration at the Ministry of Higher Education and the first Undersecretary of State and chairman of the Sector of Cultural Affairs and Missions in the Ministry of Higher Education in Egypt. Professor Hamza has been appointed as the Deputy to the Secretary General at the Supreme Council of the Egyptian Universities. Professor Hamza received the State Prize in Chemistry and Advanced Technological Sciences. Presently, he serves as Director of the Education and Cultural Bureau of the Embassy of the Arab Republic of Egypt in Washington, D.C. For tonight's screening of The Citizen, Dr. Hamza has worked with us to bring both the film director, Mr. Sam Khalil, and the leading actor, Mr. Khaled El-Nabawi, live here with us from all their different time zones. So with great pleasure, I introduce to you Dr. Mohammed Hamza.
Thank you very much, Ms. McGuinness, for the kind introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased and honored to join you tonight in the 2021 Bridges to the World International Film Festival. Let me first, before introductions, thank Ms. Betty McGuinness and all the friends at the World Artist Experiences for the great work they are doing with us at the Embassy of Egypt and other embassies to bring people together and establish a global community built on mutual understanding. Our job at the Cultural and Educational Bureau is to establish real and strong partnerships with American educational, scientific, and cultural institutions and organizations. Our work with World Artist Experiences gives a good model of this partnership to bridge communities through cultural and educational programs in schools, college, and communities to foster respect, trust, and peace in the world. Almighty God says in the Holy Book of Quran, O mankind, indeed, we have created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another. It is a clear message of love, coexistence, and cooperations with each other. It is my pleasure to introduce my dear friends and the Egyptian movie star, our very own great actor, Khalid al-Nabawi, who played roles in movies, theater, and televisions. We are honored to have Mr. Khalid al-Nabawi and Mr. Sam Qadi, the producer and writer of tonight's film. Mr. al-Nabawi attended the Institute of Performing Arts and was introduced to cinema by director Yusuf Shaheen in 1994. And by the way, late Yusuf Shaheen was credited by launching the career of Omar Sharif. Mr. al-Nabawi is considered a beloved face of the camera. He played many intellectual, historical, and even comedic wonderful roles. He moved beyond the Egyptian arts in 2005 after international director Sir Ridley Scott chose him to participate in the Kingdom of Heaven, in the film Kingdom of Heaven. In 2009, he participated in the movie Smoke Without Fire, which was presented at London Film Festival and the Hamburg Film Festival. His movie, The Traveler, Al-Musafir, was also presented at Venice Film Festival in the same year. In 2012, he had his first international starring role in the movie The Citizen, directed by Mr. Sami Qadi, who honored us tonight to present the film. Although Khalid al-Nabawi is considered a movie actor, he has had many television works, the most important of which is series Bawabet al-Halawani, Mamalik al-Nar, Kingdom of Fire. The audience described him as the greatest actor of his generation. Additionally, in the international theater, Mr. al-Nabawi played the role of late President Sadat, President of Egypt, in the political play Camp David about the historic Middle East Peace Treaty. During his artistic career, Mr. Khalid al-Nabawi won many awards, as he won the Best Actor Award for the film Al-Muhajir at Johannesburg Festival, and also received a certificate of appreciation from the Film Art Association for the same film, in addition to the Egyptian Cinema Award as the Best Actor for his role in film Al-Masir. I would like to thank Ms. Betty McGuinness, Mr. Khalid al-Nabawi, Mr. Sami Qadi, Dr. Greg Feller, and all the colleagues and friends who worked to bring us tonight's film. Now the mic is with Mr. Khalid al-Nabawi.
Hello, everyone from Cairo. Thank you very much for inviting me, and thanks to the festival, Bridges to the World, for selecting the Citizen movie. And thank you, Dr. Hamza, for making this happen, for all the effort you have done. Thank you, everybody, Greg, Madam Betty, Mark. I'm very happy to represent the Citizen movie, and I'm honored, of course, to represent Egypt and Egyptian embassy. The Citizen movie, I believe it's not just a fiction, but it tells the story about many immigrants, not only Egyptians and Arabs. I believe that any immigrant will see this movie, who will see himself in it. And because we are not just societies, we are communities. So I believe that this movie is very important because it doesn't talk about a certain time, though the timing in the movie is very, very essential. And I will leave you with my friend, my dear friend, Sam Cady, the producer and the director. He will give you a great idea about the Citizen movie. He talks about the movie, and he knows the movie better than anyone else. Hello, Sam. It's great to introduce you.
Hey, Khaled. It's good to be with you and everyone. Thank you so much for this kind introduction, Khaled, and good evening. Right here from Santa Barbara, California. I'm really honored and pleased to be invited to such a great film festival, the 13th annual Bridges World Film Festival. I'm really honored on behalf of the entire team, to represent Egypt and the Egyptian consulate during this festival. With my understanding, only 5 countries are invited to submit their films, and ours are one of them. Definitely many thanks to the director of the festival, Betty McGuinness, to the technical director, Mark, to Dr. Mohammed Hamza, the Egyptian consulate, and for our moderator that will lead the Q&A, the screening, right after the screening, Professor Greg Phillip. The Citizen was made back in 2011, 2012, and was released in 2013. It's the story of an Arab immigrant who receives the green card lottery and arrives JFK, New York airport, JFK, one day before the events of 9/11. We take the story of this individual. His name is Ibrahim Jarrah, and he's originally Lebanese. And we tell his story and his journey, trying to capture the American dream. And I remember when I was pitching the movie back then, I was trying to get it made. Everybody thought it was so topical and so timely at that time to make a movie like this. But I never thought in a million years that 7 years later, it will be actually the best time ever to screen a film like this, because unfortunately we're not making a lot of progress, and we're still talking about the same issues. As you can imagine, issues like immigration, xenophobia, Constitution, understanding the Constitution, and the American dream are the pillars of this movie. And I'm sure you can tell how topical these subjects right now. And this is what we were talking about back in 2012 and 13. And I started writing the script with my writing partners back actually in 2009. So it took us about 2 years to write it, and 1 year or about 2 years to make it, and then get it released. I would leave you with the screening. We will meet again afterwards with the Q&A. I'll be more than happy to any questions. So please drop your questions in the Q&A box. And I hope you enjoy it. Please enjoy The Citizen. It's about 92 minutes film, and I will see you afterwards. Thank you. Thank you so much.